Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I'm your host, To Be On Your Own, a complete unknown, just like a rolling stone. What, you don't like my singing voice? And today we have a first time reaction to the 2024 film, A Complete Unknown. So, I've been hearing a lot about this film. I hear it's really good. I know that Timothy Chalamet is in it, he's an excellent actor. Know him from the Dune films, Paul Atreides. He was also in the Willy Wonka remake. I didn't want them to do that remake, but I have to admit, after watching that film, it actually was a good film, and he did a good job in it. So, yeah, no complaints. He's a consummate actor, very skilled, definitely among the newer generation of actors, but he's damn good. I think he's like the perfect casting to play Bob Dylan. So I'm actually a really big fan of Bob Dylan. I like his music, I like his politics. And I remember in college, I took a course called History of Music. It was like probably from the 50s all the way up until the 60s and 70s, where we went over the history of music in the United States, about that 3 decade time period. I just remember it being one of the most enjoyable courses that I took throughout college. Each class was always super interesting, and we got to listen to a ton of great music from my mom and dad's generation, a lot of which I had never heard up until taking that class. I'd heard some Beatles and stuff like that, but not that in depth. So yeah, this should be really fun. I've heard a lot of great things about this movie, and yeah, this is going to be a great one to finally react to. But as always, please remember to blank, blank, and blank. Channel's doing awesome right now. We're over 4,700 at this point, and we are on the march to 5,000 still. Great growth for the channel. I've launched the Joe Consume Cinema Patreon. Every member of my Patreon gets a guaranteed movie request. I have the first season of The Penguin, the second season of The Squid Game, and the first and second season of Mr. Robot. That's more than 40 reactions right there, plus the guaranteed movie request. I feel that's a really good offer for, $2 per month. But as always, if money's tight, you could always join as a free member too. You won't get access to everything, but I do occasionally post some early access stuff over there, so there is some added benefit to actually being a member over there than just being subscribed here. But yeah, any support is always much appreciated. I always really appreciate it. It's because of that support that I'm allowed to keep making these videos, and with that, let's get right to the movie. I've sung this song, but I'll sing it again. I remember Woody Guthrie is Bob Dylan's mentor. I remember the unplugged musical movement was really big back in the day, and a big controversy with Bob Dylan was he picked up the electric guitar and actually enjoyed it and started using it in his music. There's a very famous moment where he's performing and he gets called Judas by people that otherwise would love him and his music. Yeah, folk singing being supplanted by rock and roll. There's like a big generational shift where the younger generation was more into rock and roll, but they saw it more as like pop music than as anything of, serious substance.
Hey, mister, you know this place is called Greystone?
It's a hospital, pal.
In my whole life, I've never said or done anything subversive to my country, Your Honor.
Edward Norton.
Jury has found you guilty of contempt of Congress.
I refuse to name names, and I resent
questions.
it. The song I'm in hot water for here, it's a good song. It's a patriotic song, in fact. Amen. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island.
Yeah, time of the Red Scare, McCarthyism.
Excuse me, Mr. Guthrie.
I'm Pete, by the way.
Yes, sir. No question about it. I'm Bobby.
Something come after that?
Dylan.
Midwestern boy?
Yeah, and they showed me some of Woody's records, folkway ones. Yours and Lead Belly, and I listened to them while they struck me down to the ground. I like yours too, Pete. That's for damn sure.
Is this like hospice care?
This is one I wrote for him. Your pupper. And kings. Oh, it's a connect along. It's a hardly been part. 'Cause there's not many men that done the things that you've done. Here's to Cisco and Sonny and Leadbelly too, and all those good people that travel with you, that come. The dust and are gone with the wind.
That was really good. That was really him playing and singing. He's just a very talented actor. The accent is quite good too. He sounds like Bob Dylan.
That's Little Richard. It's a flip side on Long Tall Sally.
You like that rock and roll music, then?
Well, I like everything. I like Johnny Cash. You hear him?
Sure. You think of yourself as a folk musician now, though, yeah?
Well, I don't think to myself as a folk singer, folk music thing. I mean, I do sing folk music. When I do, it's sort of a modified version. So, not a modified version. It's
Well,
sort of
a
hard to
good song,
explain.
a really good song. It can get the job done without the frills.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's this clash between folk music and rock and roll, emerging. I'm glad they're talking about it in the film because it's what I remember from taking that class about Bob Dylan.
Is he going to bed?
He's just excited because he met one of his heroes tonight.
Remember me to the one who lives there. Many times I've often prayed in the darkness of my night. That's how I got so far.
Good start.
Very delicate, very nice.
I'm gonna get you out there. I am. They have everyone except their folk singer.
Albert,
Mm-hmm.
please leave.
Joan Baez, another famous folk singer.
I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run.
So I want you to give a warm welcome to Bob Dylan.
It's very iconic with the harmonica.
How about that Joan Baez, folks? Pretty good. Well, she's pretty. I was young when I left home, and I've been out rambling around, and I never wrote a letter to my home,
Folk music tells a story.
Not a shirt on my back, not a penny on my name.
And a mop of tousled hair.
Stop, Alvin.
Tousled hair.
Feeling funny in my mind, Lord, I believe I'm fixing to die.
Can we start again? You keep turning from the mic.
Oh, yeah. All right.
There's originals too, and they're really good. Traditional repertoire for now, Albert. We're putting a younger face on folk.
Peanut? I used to live on these things and I worked at the carnival.
You worked at the carnival?
Anyone's gonna hold your attention on the stage. You have to kind of be a freak.
Are you a freak?
Yeah, I hope so. You gotta be something people can't stop looking at, like a train wreck or a car crash.
What do you want to be?
A musician who eats. They say no one wants to hear what a kid wrote last month.
Who's they?
Record company, manager.
There was a time when the old songs were new, right? Someone at some point had to give the songs a chance. There's a civil war going on down south. Biggest military buildup in history. Nuclear bombs hanging over us. It's not all about the Dust Bowl and Johnny Appleseed anymore.
Yeah, they have him singing mostly covers of old songs because they don't want to take a chance on his music yet. It's this weird cycle where he hasn't put out a hit, so they're being cautious. If they never take the chance, he can never put out a hit. It's this stupid cycle that musicians get trapped in.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Listen, how many times must a man...
That's enough. That's enough now.
Let him finish the verse.
Mr. Guthrie needs quiet now.
Hospital, not a nightclub.
Are these his friends from his circus days? Stop it.
There's no transition, man. You gotta label him with that corny bullshit, man.
He doesn't like labels. He doesn't think he can only make one type of music.
God made the world in 6 days.
So?
12 weeks is a lot longer. What am I supposed to do with the extra 65 days?
Are you God, Bob?
How many times do I have to say this? Yes.
Think about how much I'm gonna miss you. And I realized I don't know you. You wrote a 5-minute song about this girl in Minneapolis. Who was that? What happened? You tell me you dropped out of college.
I didn't drop out of college.
You came here with nothing but a guitar. You never talk about your family, your past, besides the carnival.
Because people make up their past, Sylvie. They remember what they want. They forget the rest. Well, you think that stuff defines you?
What I come from? What I want and what I don't want? What I reject? Yes. You're ambitious. I think that scares you. The line has been drawn. The curse has been cast. The slow one now will later be... Your record was all other people's music.
Time to take that risk.
And to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. On receiving the first preliminary
Cuban Missile Crisis.
regard any nuclear missile.
People think the world is going to come to an end.
Have said that they would retaliate with
Walter Cronkite. Miss that dude. Learning about the potential end of the world, Dylan would go to a pub and just start singing.
All the money you made will never buy back your soul.
Back to normal so quickly.
Who taught you to play?
Well, I taught myself, really. Picked up a few licks at the carnival.
At the carnival. You are so completely full of shit.
You tried too hard to write.
Really?
Sunsets and seagulls, smell of buttercups. Your songs are like an oil painting at the dentist's office.
You're kind of an asshole, Bob.
Yeah, I guess. How many roads must a man walk down?
Probably one of his most famous songs.
How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Pretend that he just doesn't see. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
I know a lot of this stuff is going to be copyrighted. I'll try and use as much as I can in the edit, but it's going to be tough, man. I just want to say I'm generally impressed by all the different actors' musical performances. I'm pretty damn confident that's actually Timothée Chalamet playing and singing right now, not like dubbed over or, you know, anything like that. Otherwise, it's the best of that I've ever seen it.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Hey! Hey, I'll take that. How you doing?
Oh, thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Did you teach yourself to make coffee?
Oh, yeah. You look good?
She's covering your song.
Yeah. Albert thinks it helps.
Helps him sign her.
She's famous, silly.
So you gave her the song.
I didn't give her the song.
Yeah, suspicious of her.
Remember me to the one who lives there.
Please see if her hair hangs long.
Please see for me if her hair hangs long. Oh boy.
Fan letters.
Dear Bob, well, I won't grope for the words to tell you how great your writing is. I'll just say, your Free Willin' album is my most prized possession. Thank you, Johnny Cash.
Damn, that's got to put him on cloud 9.
Over 300,000 marchers descended upon Washington today to demand the end to segregation.
Dear Johnny, thanks for that letter. I am now famous. Famous by the rules of public Famiosity snuck up on me and pulverized me. Quote Mr. Freud, I get quite paranoid.
Bob, got your letter. Tonight I sit in the wake of one more hard rain. I was in New York last week. Saw a bunch of folk singers that couldn't hold a chigger on your ass. Well, I'll see you in Newport come spring. Till then, track mud on somebody's carpet.
Yeah, he doesn't actually like the fame. It's more of a nuisance to him.
Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
You know, I read that last letter 6 times. That thing was economy size.
Oh, yeah.
How about we get us a drink after the show? Now I talk, weeping willow, I cry.
I love Johnny Cash's music too. More rock and roll than folk. And I think Bob likes the energy of it more. But again, that whole thing of, being boxed into that label and not being allowed to freely express yourself outside that is something he doesn't agree with.
Sometimes when I read his letters, I think I can see his brain.
Here's a new one. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, for the times they are a-changing.
That's my favorite song of his.
Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, for the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. And don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons, your daughters are beyond your command. The order is rapidly aging. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. This slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading.
I'm not a horse, so I don't like carrying other people's weight.
I got 100 pounds on me that would show on that scale.
Bobby Newirth,
Where are you going?
I got a gig with some guys in the East Village.
They want to own me. Becca, is that what you want?
I love you. Is that scary to you?
I just met you, so yeah.
We broke up, remember?
Close. Once upon a time, you're just so fine. Goosebumps a dime in your prime. Then you. It's not Mike Bloomfield, Albert. Mike Bloomfield. He's a Chicago blues guitar player.
Can't get him tomorrow. I could get another guitar.
No, I don't want any of your old session musicians, man. I want young guys with hair on their heads.
Yeah, the musical taste is expanding. He's experimenting. See the use of the electric guitar? It's about to be super controversial.
Well, this is gonna piss some people off.
Yeah.
I hear Bob is playing electric now.
Not on our stage, he isn't. Rolling Newport.
Don't need to be dogmatic.
Newport Folk Festival was created to fight a riptide of inauthentic shit.
Yeah, there are these purists. It really was a big deal that he started using electric guitars in his music. It's crazy in retrospect, but people really thought this.
Highway 61, take 7.
What kind of station is this anyway?
This is educational, Jesse.
Shit, I do educational. I offer blues lessons in the privacy of your own home. Bring me a bottle of anything.
All right.
That ain't pasteurized.
Jesse, let's play something. What music have you got?
I was trying to figure out what kind of tuning you were using. I don't think I ever heard it before.
Nobody can, only me. Look here, how close were you watching me?
Oh, I was watching real close, Jesse. I got these special binoculars, right? And they allow me to see into your soul.
Take my guitar and show me how close you really was watching me.
I couldn't do that, Jesse. That's like touching your woman.
It's okay. I just don't squeeze her too tight. Hey, in my soul. Oh, baby.
And I've been up all night, babe. I'm leaning on the window
So you see the different musical styles coming together, you know, blending into a type of fusion. That's the type of thing that Bob gets really fascinated with. And he hates, you know, the rigidity of one type rather than just, you know, playing what he feels.
Bob.
What?
Never mind.
He's never been super concerned with the consideration of other people. Probably like 2, 3 in the morning or something. And he's just working out the lyrics to a new song.
I'm not kidding. Get out.
People, you know, on tours, they typically sing songs together. Somebody's gotta write those songs.
It's my fucking guitar. Hey, Bob. Where the fuck are you?
I'm right here, Joan. Man, they already got that song on the record. Pick another song.
You guys want to hear Blowing in the Wind, right?
No,
It's why they came here, Bob.
I don't believe they came here to hear that song, because I don't believe the set list. I don't believe a set list was advertised. Unless that draconian figure from Chicago, United States up there promised songs that weren't going to be played.
What?
I'm not going to play new songs. Pick someone else, Joan. Oh, boy. Wow. I think my guitar broke. Yeah. Now, hey, listen, man, don't get mad. Hey, the truth is, it broke on the way here. Go see the guitar doctor backstage or something, you know.
He doesn't want to play the same old shit all the time. He wants to try out new stuff.
Bob's. We bought it in London.
I'm Al Cooper.
You're Al Cooper?
Another guitar player.
We already have a guitar player, man. Mike Bloomfield.
Care about money, I want to play, man.
Electric piano.
Once upon a time, you're just so fine. Do the bums a dime in your prime. Didn't you?
What are you doing here?
I'm going to Newport. You want to come?
What?
Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
You looking like yourself. Who you running with?
I'm running wild, Jesse.
Is she wild too?
Only when the moon's full.
Ah!
I'm not the one you need. No, it ain't me, babe. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'll only let you down.
That is appropriate.
I can't do it. I thought I could, but...
All we want to know is what you plan on doing tomorrow, Bobby. You're going to play the new songs. That's all.
You want me playing the old ones?
All right, let's just cut the crap, Bob. Come on. You're going to be playing noise like this?
And this is the Kinks.
Do you even remember folk music, Bob?
No, Alan, what's that? Maybe you can sing me something.
Yeah, they egg him on, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, give me the electric guitar. Honestly, I respect the willingness to be an asshole on occasion. It's kind of refreshing.
I feel like one of those plates, you know, the French guy spins on those sticks on the Sullivan Show. I'm sure it's fun to be the guy, Bob, but I was a plate.
I get it. He's not faithful. He's never going to be. Just who he is.
Don't ask for the moon. We have the stars.
Newport, we built it for the purpose of sharing traditional folk music. We're almost there.
Sent you in advance of my new record. Did you ever listen to the music you're telling me not to play? They just want me singing Blowing in the Wind all alone for the rest of my goddamn life. Johnny, it's me, it's Bobby.
Hey, shit, Bobby. Yeah.
I'm not sure they want to hear what I want to play, Johnny.
Fuck them. I want to hear it.
Track some mud on the carpet.
This is chaos. You've got to turn it down. I can't do that. You know who I am, son. Now let me out that.
There it is.
I don't believe you.
Play it fucking loud.
Once upon a time, you're just so fine. Do the bums a dime in your prime. Didn't you? You used to laugh about hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud.
up, okay? We need a finale, Bobs.
You must leave now, take what you need, you think will last. And it's all over now, baby blue.
Let go of it, Bobby, you won. Freedom from all of us and our shit.
So long, it's been good to know you.
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts, so that was A Complete Unknown. It was a fantastic film. I didn't know it was directed by James Mangold, but he did a really good job. I liked the style. The story overall was excellent. I'm always fascinated by Bob Dylan. His life story is very complex. He's considered the voice of his generation. Timothée Chalamet did an amazing job just embodying the person, the artist. Like I said in the reaction, he's singing, performing the voice, and it all just sounds very authentic and real. So if that's not the case, like, it's done so well that honestly I can't tell the difference. But I'm pretty sure, you know, he's really singing and playing guitar and doing all of that stuff, which is just super impressive. It's real dedication. It just shows the talent of the actor. So I really like the story, how it starts out with discovering the young, you know, new folk singer Bob Dylan. Throughout the movie, it always seemed like Bob wanted to go his own way. Like, he didn't want to be the type of singer/songwriter that everyone wanted him to be. He just wanted to be his own man and do it his own way. So he starts off and he's writing folk songs, so people, you know, put him in the box of folk singer, folk musician. It's more complex than that for him, and he doesn't want to be labeled. He doesn't want to be limited. He wants to explore this music thing without any limitations, just wants to see where it goes on its own. As he put it in the film, they expect me to play Blowing in the Wind for the rest of my life. Sometimes you just want to play other songs. You saw his complex relationship history. You know, the guy's a bit of an asshole, but honestly, there's something refreshing about the freedom to do that every once in a while. Not saying someone should be like that all the time, but I do appreciate someone being genuine and saying what they actually think now and again. You saw the tension between the folk purists and Bob Dylan when he famously, you know, picked up the electric guitar. You know, there was that performance, and I'm glad they left it towards the end of the film, where he decides to perform with the electric guitar, and the audience, you know, just boos him mercilessly. One person even yells out, called him Judas, and it's a very famous moment, and Bob's response to that is, "I don't believe you." And then he turns to the band and goes, "Play it fucking loud." Just very defiant, and I like that aspect about the man. Widely regarded as the voice of his generation, highly influential in music, I thought Timothée Chalamet did an excellent job just embodying the man, that, you know, free spirit, not wanting to be pinned down, wanting to go his own way, even if that upsets some people. He just didn't care. And yeah, I have to say this, you know, there's a lot of really good music in this film. Most of it is copyrighted. I'm going to do my absolute best to keep as much of it as I can in the edit, but it's going to be difficult. So if you get to this point and you see a bunch of muted sections, you know, that's why. But I'm going to do my best with it. Typically, music is heavily copyrighted, so it's going to be a challenge. I'll use as much as I can, do my best to go the necessary rounds with the copyright bot in order to actually get this thing up. But yeah, it was an excellent film. No complaints. I loved it all the way throughout. If you're anyone that's interested in the 60s or 70s, you know, that whole time period, chances are you're interested in Bob Dylan, and this is a film you absolutely should watch if you are in that camp, and I definitely am. It was excellent. 10 out of 10 film. Everybody did a great job. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.